Hello everybody and welcome to Dungeons and Drams, where your favorite whiskey people get together and play D&D and drink. So tonight I have some wonderful guests. We have Ed, Jason, Clifton, and Adriana. Adriana, you are the star of the day, so we're going to start with you today. So not only would I like you to... are you on mute, by the way? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Oh, okay, sorry.
No, I'm not.
I'd love you to start. Just tell us who you are, what you're doing, what you're playing, and then tell us your awesome news.
So I am playing TaLin Creek, the Halfling Ranger. Drinking, of course, some Knob Creek. I need to get back. My voice is being lost right now, partly because yesterday I did a big, long fundraiser stream for Alzheimer's and raised over $12,000.
Oh yeah!
While giving away like over 50 bottles.
That's nuts.
It was awesome.
Well, congratulations on the success. You're awesome. That's an awesome cause, and good job.
Yeah, that's becoming a yearly event for the whiskey tube community. It's kind of like a gala.
Yeah. It's like our
point.
online gala ball.
So speaking of which, so is everything, is the donations closed at this point as far as getting into the bot? Yeah, okay. If people still
so all
would
the
like
winners have been chosen and stuff kind of thing.
Okay, but if people would still like to donate towards it, is there a place that they could?
Yeah, the fundraising link is still open.
Perfect.
Pretty much to the end of September. That's when the actual walk is.
Okay, I'll grab that and I'll put it in the description of this video if anybody's watching in the future and wants to go check it out.
Sweet, that'll be awesome.
Awesome. So let's go down the line, at least from my point of view. Jason.
What's up, folks? I'm Jason C. from the Master and Drum. Back from a very, very long week at work. Late last night, which sucked. But I'm back from Boston, and excited to get back into all things whiskey and, of course, Dungeons and Drams. I play Alessio Morte, the rogue, Eladrin, arcane trickster who's afraid of snakes. And tonight,
well deserved. Yes.
And well deserved. Tonight I want to go a little beer. I'm trying to ease back into whiskey. I barely had any whiskey last week, so I'm trying to ease back into it. And I did a little Goose Island Bourbon County Stout because it's dark like Alessio.
First ones actually to do the bourbon barrel aged beers, as far as my memory remembers, was Goose Island.
Goose Island was the first. What were they? They were the first.
They were the first, at least, to do it like commercially. I'm sure somebody in their house did it, but I remember looking that up a long time ago for like a trivia or something.
Very nice.
Yeah, and they make a good one. I like the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale. That one's probably my favorite of those kind. Or Kentucky, is it Kentucky Spirits? I think makes it. I don't know. Anyway, it's got a horse on the label.
Yeah, there's a lot of them these days. So
yeah. Ed, who are you?
Hey,
who are you?
I am me. I am Ed, and I play Agnomeio Banderas, aka Noro. If you didn't see the his tragic but heroic backstory the other week, you should go back and watch that. Today, I'm trying to decide what to drink. I was going to either do Heaven's Door, the Redbreast cask, or when I was over in London, I grabbed this. This is the Kilhoman. It's the Land Rover collaboration, which I didn't even know they did. So it's a Pedro Jimenez Kilhoman. But I think I might save that one actually because it's smoky. So I'm gonna save that one till later, and I'm gonna go with the non-smoky for now.
Okay, that makes sense. And Clifton,
was it aged in a moving Land Rover?
I know. I'm wondering about that.
I kind of wish it was, but no. I guess it was just that it's a limited release of 639 bottles, which was the same as the original Land Rover registration. And I guess it was released because Land Rover's a British car, right? So I think they released it just to the British market, and they were just like, "Hey, Land Rover whiskey."
I love the silly reasons that these companies come up with sometimes. Like you could have said literally anything, and I wouldn't have been like, "Oh, it was the registration." Yeah.
Whistle Pig did Road Stock, where they aged it in like a NASCAR trailer and two barrels.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, because gasoline and whiskey—that's not dangerous at all.
Right. Well,
I
so
wonder if they had like an extra, like a special trailer for that, like hazardous material trailer, something with double walled.
Probably.
it was probably in a trailer, like not at all at the racetrack. It was just in a parking lot somewhere. It's in the trailer. So.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your little interlude there last week, Ed?
I did. It was a lot of fun. You put together a excellent prequel for Agnomeio. So I had a lot of fun playing it. I was super surprised, like at certain parts that I didn't expect, because like I did not expect the axe beak thing to go down the way it did.
Nor did I.
Yeah, no, that was really fun.
It was great. Yeah, I had a good time. If any of you have not seen it, because I for some reason I've noticed the interludes always have a little bit less viewership, and probably because usually we don't do them live. But if you guys go back, that one actually, all of the interludes this time around have been awesome. So, and I think you've all gotten one except for Jason. You didn't get one this time around, I think, right?
We talked about one.
We talked about
it never happened.
Yeah, we'll get to you. Don't worry about it. I've had some ideas since before we actually even started the game of things I want to do with you. So, and they don't involve snakes, I promise. So
sure, the whole interlude is just going to be me in a pit of snakes. That's it.
Yeah. They're actually legless salamanders.
Just no story, just an hour and a half of snakes.
Yes. You wake up in a cold sweat, slithering around you. Yeah, anyway.
Probably will.
Yeah. Clifton, what are you drinking tonight?
Hello, I am Clifton. My channel is Bourbon Bites. I play Knobolas, the half-elf warlock. I just got back from a work trip to Comic-Con, so I had a bundle of bottles waiting for me. So I grabbed these from our good friends, whiskeychannel.com, and I believe Jason, you were involved with this as well, right? Yep.
Yeah, we helped pick that, and I made the sticker.
It
nice.
Looks great.
It does.
So yeah, this was done in tribute to, I believe was it Kira's father? I'm sorry, I'm like
Kira's dad. Yeah, Kira's dad. This bottle was for. He's been fighting cancer, but it didn't go. They already did a fundraiser for him directly, but this was to raise money for all the organizations that has been helping Ron fight cancer. So I'm not sure how they're dispersing the money out, but every single penny. And we actually have this one too, which is the Obtainium, which is 178,000 proof.
Sounds about right.
That's going to be following. That's going to be the Dukes of Hazmat pick. So
Fantastic
like
name.
That.
So yeah, for Fresh Crack, I haven't tried this yet, but I might actually grab the Redbreast Heaven's Door, because I have that as well, and maybe I'll move to this after that. So now
Redbreast.
Oh, there you go.
Wait, did you say Redbreast Heaven's Door?
The one he's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I was like, I don't
actually
have
it'd be
that.
kind of fun to see a Redbreast Heaven's Door, like the opposite. Opposite Redbreast, but then they did the opposite.
Were. I thought they would have done that. It's weird they didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. They should.
Yeah. I also want to shout out some patrons, of course, who are supporters of the channel. Big shout out to Mike, David, EJ, Martin, Steve, Tony Two Toes, Paul, Scott. It's Paul and Scott MC. If y'all do want to support the show, patreon.com/Dungeons and Drams. Get access to some really cool behind-the-scenes content that Bill doesn't tell us about.
The most recent of which is the internals of the book that Adriana picked up, which it's in your inventory, so if you find yourself distracted, you'll be able to go check that out. If anybody's interested in joining the Patreon or just checking out what it's about, there's a free trial going on at the moment, so feel free to go give it a sample, see if it's up to what you'd like, and we'd love to see you there. All right, let's get into the recap. It's been a little while, actually quite a while since we played. So if I miss anything, feel free to fill in anything that you guys might remember. But we will get into this now. When last we saw Snortimer's soldiers, the group joined the Obsidian Blades in their hideout, where they formulated a plan to steal a bunch of sunstone from the Golden Vault within the Sunstone Cavern. The group split up and went about the town gathering information from trusted sources. Agnomeio went off to the Silverhammer Quarter and visited the Shimmering Anvil Smithy, looking for some gear for the heist. He was redirected back to the Glimmering Gear Works, where he was able to talk Merrick into giving him the Auto Hammer, a portable jackhammer designed to take down walls. Alessio, I'm curious what that's going to be used for. But I mean, 100%.
When you have an auto hammer, every problem looks like an auto nail.
Right. I was going to say, I've never been more sure in my life that item will be used. So Alessio headed to the Silver Spire Tavern, where he met a miner named Barnaby Hearthstone. Barnaby has a drinking problem, and Alessio used this to learn that there are typically 2 guards outside of the vault and 2 more within the mines, and they rotate out every 4 hours. Meanwhile, TaLin went over to the Dwarven Archives, where she spoke to Einar Stoneforge and learned about a secret exit from the room housing the Chalice of Kings that leads back to the room filled with darkness. She also picked up a copy of The Veiled Depths, Unraveling the Secrets of the Underdark, which, as I mentioned, you could find in your inventory. Then there's Knobolas. Knobolas went to the Ironhold while disguised as the Goldbeard clan leader Ragnar Goldbeard. His ruse was almost discovered, but he didn't leave without gathering information. He learned that Ragnar was scheduled to be on the same airship that the group is hoping to board tomorrow. There'll be 6 guards guarding Ragnar, and he learned that the alarms within the Sunstone Cavern are in place, but did not learn any details about what those alarms might be.
Sorry.
Knobolas almost blew his cover when the guards offered to escort him back to his house, but some quick thinking by Knobolas convinced them to bring him over to the Come Right Inn. You regrouped at the Shadow's Den, where you recapped what you had learned and made preparations for that night's heist. All right. Just a sec here.
There's a lot of things. Guys.
So much.
I'm going to just do a quick warning now. We have some pretty bad thunderstorms in the area, so if I lose you, that's why.
Sure.
Oop.
So far, it's been eluding my house, so hopefully it doesn't happen. It comes down.
Bill, do you remember if we adjust our user volume controls or the currently playing controls? 'Cause music's like loud for me.
I think you can do the user controls, because that makes
I
more
did
sense.
currently playing just now, and
Okay.
it seemed to work, but
I feel like we figured it out, but it was like backwards and would have made sense. So I have no idea. So if I broke it, sorry.
I do know last week when I mentioned it, I said to do the user control, because I remember thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, well, that's the user volume control. Like,
You would
it's
think.
you. But either way, fiddle with it. I hear the music playing, so if you turned it off or turned it up or whatever, it should be good.
Okay, great.
All right. So we return you now at the Shadow's Den, as you've all been spending the last couple of hours planning. Knobolas is lazily watching Gundrick and Lyra grapple. Alessio and Neil are looking over the plans. TaLin, you're doing a little training with Booker in the kitchen. And Agnomeio, you awaken from your sleep to the sound of a rapping at the door.
A rapping?
Yeah, like knocking.
Oh.
No, like Run DMC's out there. And they just-
You're like, palms are sweaty, mom's spaghetti.
So, after the knocking on the door, Bronder Stonefist looks accusingly at you, Alessio, and he asks you if you were followed.
Wait, he looks at me and asks me what?
He asks if you were followed.
From
At all.
from
Like
what
you
the
guys are in a
bar-
hideout and suddenly somebody's knocking at the door.
Oh. I say no. Neil usually keeps an eye on that for me. I did not see anything.
All right, so he kind of like hurries and grabs a little mirror out of his pocket and he looks into it, and he's kind of seeing something. He says, "It's that little," or I got to do the dwarven accent again. It's been a while. It's good.
I kind of miss the drunken old man. I like the Barnaby accent.
Barnaby, drunken old man voice will definitely show up again. Maybe not Barnaby, but we'll see. Let's see. He goes, it's that pink-haired gnome from the Glimmering... no, that's Alessio's voice. Whatever. He says, it's that pink-haired gnome from the Glimmering Gearworks. And he says, wait here. I'll get back into the accent. I just got to do it naturally. So Brondor walks over towards the front door, and he opens it up. And you hear some murmuring. TaLin, this starts to get your attention as you kind of hear some talking at the front door. And he yells back, he says, Agnomeio, it's for you.
Oh. What is it?
So Taniana,
Pop my head up.
Taniana sees you. She kind of just barges her way in, and she goes, Hi, Agnomeio. I was looking all over for you, and then Merrick said that you borrowed the otter hammer. I wasn't sure where you went, but then I spotted your friend's dog, who is apparently wearing a top hat now. I followed you over here. Never mind. Here's that puppet that you asked for. I whipped it up lickety-split. Lickety-split.
Oops.
Wow. It's Bartholomew.
Oh, absolutely. If that's what you want to call it, that's his name. And she begins to show you all of the little different buttons and mechanisms, and she reminds you that you need to charge it in the sun every week or so. But other than that, it's exactly to your specifications. So why don't you tell us what Bartholomew looks like?
So Bartholomew is a small little marionette-looking fella, but he's no strings on him. He's got no strings on him. But he's like a little musician. He's a little bard to follow us around and sing little songs about us. And he's wearing like a cute little cap, and he's got his little suit on. And right now he doesn't have an instrument out, but maybe sometime in the future he will. Who knows? Who knows what surprises little Bartholomew might have in store?
Oh boy. Can we be inspired by little Bartholomew?
Well,
No,
I guess that's up to the DM.
I mean, it might happen depending on what happens. Maybe I'll just be benevolent, but there's no mechanical advantage to Bartholomew.
So for now, I'm going to put him under my cloak, and I will introduce him to the rest of the group a little later. Right now, we got stealing to do.
As long as he isn't accidentally introduced in the middle of a very sneaky moment. And all of a sudden, like, the music box starts playing.
you're like sneak. He's like, hello. All right, awesome. So at this point, you guys have kind of been hanging around for what you perceive to be an opportune moment to go to the Sunstone Caverns. So we're gonna kind of head out to Erngorzuk as you guys walk. But I'd like all of you to roll a d6 for me.
Can I use physical dice?
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
Did you get some at Comic-Con?
Yeah, they had the most dice I've ever seen in my life. So I went to the ones that called to me. These called me. They're blacklight. I don't have a blacklight. They're also blacklight activated, which is kind of fun.
Very cool.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. I'm using mine too.
Now, when we get to actual combat, I am not good at math, so I am not.
That's totally fine. Yeah, no, I'm definitely in favor of you guys rolling natural dice, especially if you can make the microphone pick up the rolling sounds. But yeah, do whatever's convenient for you.
No, I'm gonna look stupid. Like a D6 is a regular dice, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Wait till you have to find the D12 instead of the D20. That's more difficult in the moment than it sounds.
So let me know if you can hear this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, 2.
All right. So Alessio rolled a 3, Agnomeio rolled a 2, you rolled a 2, and Adriana, what is it?
4.
4. Got it. Okay. So quick math. Okay. Cool. So you guys head out to Erngorzuk proper, and you are making your way. So as you're walking, you come across a familiar face, or a couple of familiar faces, I should say. Drong Strongbeard and Lil Grizz.
Lil Grizz!
So
Booker just immediately runs over.
So Lil Grizz rolls over onto his back and kind of like starts playing with Booker. And Drog says, hello, friends. I hope you've been enjoying the city. I see you've upgraded some of your equipment. Thank you for patronizing our shops. And he's looking at you, TaLin. Where are you heading off to now?
Oh.
We're going to check out the Golden Market.
Ah, yes, many fine wares there. Are you shopping for anything in particular?
No, I'm just going to take a look around.
Just browsing.
Just browsing. All right. Well, is there anything I can help you with? Anywhere I can point you? Anybody from the market you want me to introduce you to, or tell you where to stay away from?
I don't think so. Do they have better days of inventory than others?
Yeah, the days that the airship comes in, usually the day after, everybody's kind of been, going through the raw materials and such. You get some of the better items the day after the airship comes in, but it's been here for a little while, so I think what you see is probably gonna be what you get.
All right, can't wait to go check it out. Thanks.
No problem. No problem. It was nice to see you both. Or you all. You both, yes. Only two of you. I only like two of you. Yes.
We're the only ones he cares about.
He's
honestly.
myopic. He can only see two of us.
Oh.
All right. Cool. So, as you guys walk the rest of the way, you see, what you'd expect, usual people. Dwarves heading down to the pit, a human and an elf having a lighthearted conversation about the current market rate of sunstones. Very interesting. And a couple of red kobolds scurrying past you. But you guys find your way over to the Sunstone Cavern. So I want to ask you guys a question. So you haven't really been near the Sunstone Cavern yet. And is there anything that you'd like to do before you head down into this area? Any prep that you want to do, anything that you want to know, etc.?
Guys, did we buy all the healing things yet? Where did we say we were gonna do that?
Oh, good call.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
How are we feeling potion?
So we can
Yeah.
we could kind of
I was gonna
speed
say,
run
what
that
do
if
you
you wanted to, depending on what you guys have.
Yeah, just everybody check your inventory as far as
Yeah,
like
check it out,
healing potions or healing fruits and vegetables, whatever you have.
I have nothing. So
Sam,
yeah,
I have
buy
I have a
some.
red mushroom.
Yeah, all my healing kits are gone. I don't have any. Okay, no, I have a green mushroom.
Yeah, I just have good berries. I thought I bought a healing potion,
Didn't you last episode?
And then
yeah.
so you bought it during your
but I might have
right
used
before.
it during my own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait,
All right.
if you want to speed some sort of healing potion at one of the shops, Bill, maybe we can
Yeah.
just
Sure.
each use some gold and buy some stuff up.
Yeah, so potions of healing, the regular potion of healing is 50 gold apiece. We can certainly roll to see if there's any sort of discount that you guys get. But why don't you, the next level up, the potions of greater healing, they're about 200 gold apiece. Those do 44 plus 4. The first ones do 2d4 plus 2.
Okay.
Healing potions are very
Oh,
expensive
D4.
in this game.
I understood 44, and I I was like, wow.
Yeah, 44 hit
That's
points,
worth
just
it.
chug a lug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Platinum pieces are
Worth it.
10 gold pieces.
All right,
was
so
that?
what can we? What can
Platinum
we?
pieces are 10, right?
What can we?
Gold.
What can we roll to get the rollback savings at Walmart here?
I was like, Knobolas can
All
try
right.
to use some charisma to kind of like get a deal
So-
for my friends.
So let's do this, just to kind of make it easy. So anybody who would like to buy I'm assuming that, let's do this. Potions of healing are 50 gold. Potion of greater healing is 200 gold. If you want to buy either one, you can roll. If you roll over a 15 for persuasion, I will give you 25% off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sweet.
So you can make your own
Okay.
choices. Just to
Once
hurry
we
it through.
know our discount, we can decide which one we want to buy.
But if we don't roll a 15, it's just regular price, right?
Correct. Yep. And you can choose whether you want to buy it at that point or not. It's
Oh.
we're simulating negotiation. So ooh, I like
Well,
the
I got a
dice.
16, so I get a discount. You said 25%
Sure you did.
off?
I'm just kidding. Yeah,
I got a
25% off. So
Which is. Oh, with a -1. So I got a 5.
you should really make Booker roll your persuasion rolls for you.
Yeah.
He's
Way
much more
more
charismatic.
convincing.
All right. So what do you guys are you guys buying anything, and what are you buying?
I'll take 2, please, sir.
2 regular
Agree.
potions of healings.
Yeah, with 25% off.
All right, cool. So I will drop the potions of healing into your bag for you, but handle your gold for me.
Well, what's 25% off of 50?
37.
Well, so you bought 2 of them, so
Well,
it's
if you're doing
100.
2, so
so 75 gold
$75.
total. Yep.
Yeah.
75 gold total. Got it.
I
Yep.
totally did a Google search. I didn't just do that. Again,
Yeah,
my head,
37.50.
why I didn't have physical
Half
dice.
So-
of 75.
So Knobolas, what are you buying?
I'm gonna buy one of the regular one as well.
All right. I'll throw that in your inventory. Just like I said, handle your own gold,
Yep, I
just so
got
I don't have to. Agnomeio, are you buying anything?
I am not.
Okay. And TaLin,
Yeah,
are you buying
I
anything?
only have 25 gold pieces for some reason. I may have bought some sort of strange magic item.
I'm buying
probably.
one regular one, no discount.
Okie dokie. Potion of healing, and you guys are good to go. Okay, cool. All right, so we'll head down to the Sunstone Cavern. Or go ahead.
So around this up before we go into it, I think we'd like to look around for kind of exit routes, like alleys that we can run through if we're in a rush when we're leaving?
Sure. Make a perception roll for me.
Okie dokie.
Good idea.
Okay, it's gonna be.
I don't know. I'm thinking of this place like
13.
Ocean's 12, like a casino. Like it's going to be hard to walk out the front door with whatever we have. We might have to use that jackhammer to get through some walls to get out.
Yeah. Well, that's
I'm
what I'm thinking.
thinking-
Like, we need to know where we're coming out.
Yeah.
have an idea so that
Yep.
it's like. Oh,
I think
we
we're
can come
probably
out
going to need
behind
to
this
like
garbage.
stuff me in a mine cart under a bunch of stuff or something. Like take the little guy and just shove him in something.
Well, we don't know what to expect when we get in there, so we'll see what happens. But
like
I mean,
that.
if you look at where the Sunstone Cavern is, and then you look to where the middle of the what is it called there? Let me zoom out. The pit. That's a pretty far ways, so I don't think we're going to be able to dig through all the way to the pit through the Sunstone
Oh,
Cavern
no. No.
unless there's caverns that go that way that get us closer. But who knows?
Also, we might
find
really
out.
run into some.
Yeah, because there were some little entryways down in the pit when we were there. I don't know if it leads to the Sunstone Cavern or it's connected some way, but we may find out.
Well, we could also go down. That's the other option.
Down.
Down towards the Underdark and see if we can't find one of the little tunnels.
Oh,
sounds
you
wise.
crazy now, Underdark already.
That sounds wise.
just the upper Underdark.
You know,
like
the other option is we could go to hell and see if maybe that'll be better.
I just think upper Underdark, like middle,
Top
like
circle. Top circle of hell.
suburban Underdark. It's outside the Underdark. Just
upper middle
There's-
class Underdark.
There's a bunch of under Karens there.
Under Karens, under windows, a lot of,
I kind of want to stat out an under Karen now.
Oh my god, yes.
Under Karen uses request manager.
Bill's just gonna go.
Everyone's confused.
Bill's gonna go off script tonight. All of a sudden, one of our foes is gonna be an under Karen. It's gonna be brilliant.
Dude, my scripts
So what's
last
our
about 10
strategy?
minutes in this.
Who's the manager?
Well, okay, like, y'all have got the details of like, okay, how we're getting around, but like, what is our strategy? Like, are we having a story as how we're going in? Are we going in like based on our mission, or
Good
have the
call, good
letter,
call.
right?
we have the letter, but like, what are we really doing?
Oh, we're definitely going in just to try to get past the guards, right? And then
Yeah, well,
we'll
we're
sneak
going
into a cavern, and then
Yeah.
we'll.
Well, I think we'll go in with the letter, and then we'll see what the.
Because there's like
I
two
mean,
guards
if
at the
you
front.
go off of the rotation of the guards every 4 hours,
Mhm.
I guess we need to find out what are, and if we need to just sit and wait until the ship comes
So-
and they can move, and then we can.
So I will tell you that
So we are
ba-
going into this with a great plan.
So based off what you
So
guys
much
had
fun.
learned, that was actually why you kind of hung around the shop for a few hours, is that you were waiting till near the shift change. Sorry, that was just something I decided for you guys, but
Oh,
it was
appreciate that.
yeah, I mean, you don't have to go with that if you choose not to, but that was the intent, is that you guys were kind of waiting for when there might be a shift change.
Oh no, yeah, we're definitely going with that.
Okay,
Alright,
cool.
Who
Yeah,
am I
yeah.
shoving into a barrel?
I mean, we don't. I mean, none of us have been down there. We have to.
Let's go see what happens.
So let me
part of the adventure. Here we go.
So
Rock and
let me
roll.
let me show this to you guys as well, because you all would have seen this at this point. So this is the letter that you got. It reads, "To the Sunstone Cavern guards, I, Durin Silverbeard, approve of the reception of one package containing 15 pounds of sunstone to the holder of this letter," and it's signed by Durin Silverbeard. So that's the letter that you have, and you can find. You should be able to find that in your somewhere, like in your.
You
in
have
your journal
you have
or-
very nice handwriting, Bill.
Thank you.
Does anyone have? Because I remember when I was picking my abilities a long time ago, there was something along the lines of like you could like manipulate writing, or manipulate how people read
Illusionary
writing.
script.
Okay.
Illusionary.
Does anyone have that? Because I feel like we used it earlier. We thought about using it earlier.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
I know. I don't have that feature.
Yeah, I just have a minor illusion. I don't think that's gonna fly for something like that. I was just thinking that we change that 15 to like a
300 pounds.
Yes.
Walk straight out the door.
1.5 million. You only got that at a period to do 1.4. Oh, no, you got that right. Okay, never mind.
All right, let's go in.
Alrighty. So, you guys enter the Sunstone Cavern. So, just hold tight for a minute. So, the entrance to the Sunstone Cavern is a spectacle to behold. The rock itself seems to glow with a golden hue, and there are no torches or braziers to be seen. There is a ramp that heads down into a pit of sorts. Within this pit is a small house that appears to be functioning as a locker room for the miners that work the Sunstone Cavern. There's a forge being worked by a goldbeard dwarf who seems to be mass-producing mining picks. At the far end is a heavy-looking vault door made of iron and a tunnel leading down into some sort of mine.
Okay, bad.
Well, I know Knobolas has his eye on that locker room, but...
Oh man. So the little house is that blacked out part above.
Correct, yep. So basically,
Okay.
points of interest here are the blacksmith, the house, the iron door, and the pit going down to the mine.
Okay.
I mean, the
Alright.
blacksmith's by himself. Should we just go talk to him?
Um,
That pause wasn't for dramatic effect. I just meant talk to him.
We want to go talk to him.
Right.
Well, let's start out there. I do kind of want to go. I want to go strike up a conversation, but with the people by the door at some point, just because I want to see if we can't get some information out of them about the vault itself. But
Mhm.
let's talk to the guy first.
Sure. So
Okay,
based
alright.
off the descriptions that the obsidian guys gave you, like that is the entrance to the golden vault. That is the vault that they're
But
guarding.
we don't know anything about the mechanism or the lock or any of that,
Correct.
as
Yep.
far as we know.
Yeah. So they're guarding the entrance, but like, yeah. I mean, is it locked? Is it not? You're totally right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So what are you guys gonna do?
so we're gonna make our way up to the smith up there.
All right.
Excellent. Okay. So you guys head up to the smith, and you see a sturdy dwarf with a thick golden beard that reaches down to his waist. He's got muscly arms and a weathered face with smudges of soot and sweat. Around his neck, he wears a pendant crafted from a polished sunstone. He acknowledges you, but continues to bang away on a mining pick that he's making. He says, "Don't think I've seen you around here before. What can Keldon do for you?"
We are here to retrieve some gold.
Some gold.
Sunstone?
Sunstone?
I'm sorry, some sunstone. Some
sunstone.
sunstone. We're here to retrieve some sunstone.
Golden sunstone.
Golden sunstone.
It's very bright. It's distracting.
It's very bright.
So he kind of gestures all around at these gems that are surrounding you are sunstone, basically, but they're more like a raw, unrefined version. This is, he says, "Well, you're in the right place. This is the entrance to the mines and to the golden vault. I'm just here, kind of working to make some picks and keep the boys below in their equipment here."
How do we get? Do we pick up picks for ourselves, or like how do we actually do it, or do we have them do it for us? Because we're owed some.
Well, that depends. Are you here to like get sunstone or to mine sunstone?
I mean, I don't know if it's, pick your own, or like strawberries. Or,
Oh no! It's all stored. All the sunstone is stored inside the vault. There's a room there. It's filled with crates of sunstone, and if you got the proper documents, you could just go in. You take what you need. You sign the little book, and you walk right out.
Oh.
All right, perfect.
All right.
Thank you so much. We'll let you get back to work.
Sure. So Alessio, you kind of have the highest passive perception here. So I'm going to say you note a creature, a little creature. It's about 3 feet long. It's not, but just because it's kind of funny, I am going to show you what he looks like.
It's adorable. I'm looking at the photo.
So
Is it like a,
here we go. So it looks like this. It's kind of like a golden salamander. And but it's about 3 feet long with smooth, translucent skin, and it peers at you from on top of one of the sunstone crystals. It has wide, round eyes and short, webbed limbs. And Keldon notices you kind of staring back there, and he looks and he goes, you never seen one of those before, huh? That's a Lumaglow. One of the more spiritual types around here. They believe that they're the spirits of the Sunstone. For the most part, they're just kind of a nuisance, but they usually hang around the crystals and they like to watch. It's a little creepy, but, you know, you get used to them. And
They don't turn into dragons, do they?
Not that I've seen, but, you know, I would be surprised. They're pretty harmless, and he kneels down, and he holds his hand out and towards the creature, and you see the creature, it blinks one eye, and then it blinks the other, and then it, like, licks its eyeball like a gecko. And then it turns around and it retreats back into the Sunstone. And he goes, half the time they'll run from you, the other half they'll come and play. They're really good at making their way through the smaller areas between the Sunstone, though.
How do they taste?
Hey, now.
It is too cute. Don't you dare.
Now you leave it alone.
He looks at you, actually. He kind of winks at you. They're a little crispy.
Wow.
They spend their time eating the Sunstone, so they're kind of like, you know, a little gravelly. Yes, not the best eating I've ever had.
I kind of lean over to bend down Agnomeio and just whisper in his ear, I don't think they're going to taste like pork, buddy.
You see Booker actually reacts at the word pork, and he starts like he runs around in a circle, and he looks.
I'm sorry, P-O-R-K.
You gotta spell it out.
All right. So Keldon says, well, if that'll be all, you know, if you do find yourself in need of a pick, there's plenty of them in the locker room there. But other than that, you might want to go check in with the guards.
All right. Thank you.
So there's some picks in the locker room?
Yeah, freshly made too.
Oh, beautiful. I'd love to check out your handiwork.
Sure.
I just opened the Kilhoman bottle, and I found out it's even more special because there's actually an Isla Land Rover. That's part of the collaboration. Is they made a car called the Isla Land Rover. So.
Of course they do.
But it better smell like air freshener that smells like heat.
Right. It just always smells like smoke. I can't tell if anything's wrong.
I thought it was like Sex Panther from Ron Burgundy. It's got real bits of Land Rover in it.
That would actually. Good. You look and there's like sediment floating around. It's like it's metallic silver.
Why is there a door handle in my?
I wouldn't even put it past the companies nowadays. We age it with with door handle. It tastes as polypropylene.
It's like a little worm in the tequila bottle, but like it's just like a door handle.
All right, so I see you guys. I see TaLin. You're running around like a maniac. Get back over there.
Where's the locker room?
I was the one that was excited for the locker room.
So the locker room is just right above you guys. So there's this building here with there's a door. It's a big heavy, like, you know, stone door. And if you guys want to go in, you're welcome to.
I want to go in the locker room.
Yeah, why don't you go in there, TaLin and Knobolas?
Okay.
All right, so you walk in. There's nobody in there at the moment, but the room smells of sweat and dirt, exactly what you'd expect given the filthy clothes hanging from the wall. This appears to be some sort of locker room for those that mine the sunstones.
I grab a pick and hide it in Booker's little book bag. Just in case.
Sure.
It might come in handy later.
I'd also like to grab a pick.
I will put that in both of your inventory just so that it's not in Booker's.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. So you both grab a pickaxe.
You know, I might as well grab a pickaxe too, just in case. Maybe we need one.
Dude, you have a jackhammer. We need a
Well,
pickaxe.
you can never have too many, okay?
Bill, can I do something in here?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Can I look around to see if there's potentially any like hiding places approximately body sized?
Are you gonna kill somebody again and hide them?
No,
In a barrel.
that's his business. Why don't you make an investigation, or you could do investigation or perception.
Yeah, that didn't work out too well last time.
You know what? It did one time that y'all don't even know about. Y'all's characters don't know. Okay, you said investigation or what?
Or perception.
It's the same, so I'll just do perception. 12.
All right. So you look around and you notice the mining picks on the table. Like I said, they're completely new, not a scratch on them. You also smell a strong dwarven ale coming from a concealed flask in one of the lockers. That's it.
I would like to take that.
You want to? Well, so you look. So you dig around in the little cubby for a minute, and you grab the flask, and it's you open it up, and it does in fact have some ale in it.
So when you say lockers, how big are we talking?
So I'm talking like we're thinking like coat racks and like little cubbies to like put some boots in, or maybe like a helmet. Like they're not huge.
Gotcha.
As far as what you're talking about putting a body in there, I mean it would depend on the size of the thing that you're putting in there. But
We are talking doors.
if you tell me a little bit more, I can maybe give you a little bit more of an answer.
No, I'm just if someone were to happen to come in here and change, maybe I
Got it.
want to take their form and do something with their body is my goal.
Totally get it.
Don't say do something with their body, man.
I would say
don't
that-
know if this is a peeping Tom situation or
Oh no.
a.
So, TaLin, since you're in the locker room as well, I'm going to give you a chance to do an investigation roll as well. But this will be it. You see Knobolas poking around, and you're like, "Oh, that's a good idea. I should look too."
Yeah. Gonna use real dice.
Do you know how to do your modifier and stuff?
It's just +1, I think.
Okay. Yep.
Right? 13.
Unless you're proficient, which would make it different.
Oh.
So I asked for investigation, which you are not proficient, so you do have a +1.
Okay.
So what did you roll?
I rolled a 12, so 13 total.
All right. No, you don't really see anything else. Booker actually, he grabs you by the leg and he kind of pulls on your leg for a minute, because I'm gonna give Booker. Not that I necessarily want you guys to find what's in here, but
Wait, hold on. Can Booker
Yep.
roll as well?
Well, that's exactly what he's doing. So
Booker has a +3.
Hold on,
Booker-
wait. Can I do guidance on him?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. So Booker sees you searching around, and that's the only reason I'm letting this fly. He's gonna start smelling and see if there's something that he can find.
Sweet. Okay, so he's gonna roll.
So you're gonna
he
give
has
him.
advantage.
Yeah. So
Is this
roll.
advantage with guidance, or what's that?
Yeah, guidance gives him advantage on. wait, hold on. Sorry. Let me
Guidance
double
gives
check.
him a plus D4.
Roll additional D4. Thank you, Bill. I
Oh,
forgot.
okay. Okay.
All right. So
now
roll Booker's investigation, and we'll see if it's you. Nah. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
So you guys feel like you've thoroughly searched in here, and you've found everything there
I
is to
haven't rolled
find.
my D4 yet.
That's not gonna matter.
Even with the full one, it's less than what I just rolled.
Ah, true. Okay.
All right.
We're doing
So
well. Cool.
you guys head out of the locker room, and that'll be it.
I'm the truth, guys. I'll show these guys the letter. Here we go.
All right. So you head over to the guards. You see there's two guards standing in front of this massive gate. And you see, if you think about like a bank vault with like the big rotating handles that go like click, 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 it kind of looks like that. The door itself appears to be made out of iron, and it's got like this gold inlay all around it. It's definitely made to look fancy, even though it's practical. Excuse me. So the male dwarf here, there's a male and a female. The male one kind of walks up to you. He goes, "I am Vault Sentinel Captain Dargurn." Excuse me. That was the beer is affecting my voice. I'll do that again. He says, "I am Vault Sentinel Captain Dargurn, and this is Vault Sentinel Lasmira. Paperwork, please."
Are you saying he's been drinking on the job?
Yes, that was totally in character. He is dwarvish. He's drinking
Excuse me.
constantly.
Should try that again. Who's got the piece of paper?
Hey, who's got the letter?
Any one of you.
Anyone? All right.
Hand him the letter. Here you go, sir.
All right. So he takes this and he kind of looks at it, and the female dwarf, she's she's short but sturdy. She's got this polished armor, and it's actually very clean. She goes, it's not every day that folk come in here with the right words on paper." And he goes, "Quiet, Lasmira. We need to check every bit of these documents." "Aye, Captain Obvious. Just saying, how do you even know what to look for?" And as he finishes inspecting the paperwork, he gives a nod to Lasmira, and then he turns to address you guys. And he's got a little bit of suspicion in his eyes, and he says, All right, everything seems to be in order here. But let me ask you, how much sunstone are you going in here to get?
Well,
15.
4 pounds.
Some.
I've let her to pick up 4 pounds.
Was it not the
in my
15?
notes.
Am I wrong?
Wasn't it 15?
15?
Look, we just thought you'd read the letter, and then we would, get it. We weren't worried. Why would we read the letter? That's for you. That letter wasn't for us. It was given to us, and we didn't read it because we're good people.
The letter totally said 15, though. Like, I literally made a joke about being 1.5 million, so it's 15. I don't know if it's pounds or what. But it's 15.
He looks at you, Knobolas, and he says, "Aye, it's 15. But who are you getting it for?"
Silverbeard.
Durin Silverbeard.
He is a Silverbeard, yes. What's his name? He's really giving you the second degree. I mean, he's a guard at a vault. He's going to be asking you questions.
His name is Durin.
I was going to say bonus points if you guys don't cheat and look at the document.
I didn't cheat, but
Durin. I was sitting here
Durin.
trying to remember his first name.
Yeah.
Durin Silverbeard.
You're correct. It's Durin. All right. And then he looks over at Lesmura and he goes, "And that's why we ask questions. We want to make sure that they are on the up and up. And these fine adventurers here, or I assume you are, based off your garments, seem to be on the up and up. So, you may enter the vault. Proceed to your left into the Chamber of Illumination. When you get there, you'll see the entrance to the storage room. Write down how much you took, and sign your name, then come back out. But remember, the Golden Vault is not a place to trifle with. This is a sacred place to us dwarves. Respect it or face the consequences."
Oh, we have great respect for your...
Great respect
Vault.
for your vault. It's the most beautiful vault we've ever seen.
Big, huge vault.
Okay. So we go
Yeah.
in, we'll fill out the paperwork, and be out of your way.
All right. So Lesmura, she walks up to the handle, I guess you want to call it, and she starts opening it up, and they open the vault, and the vault opens before you. All right. Let's go into the vault.
Dun, 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 dun.
Bum, bum, bum. Give me a moment.
What was the name we came up with for all of us?
Snortimer Soldiers.
Snortimer's Soldiers. That's what it was. Trying to find that.
All right. So, within... you guys are within the Golden Vault. I'm very excited for you. So, the
This has been
entrance...
such a build-up, and we're in it now.
All right. So let's do this real quick. Boom. All right.
Do we still have our beautiful handmade map from that guy? Yeah,
You
we
do.
do.
Yes, and you should have access to it in your journal. Anything that you guys have in there, if you see something called Chamber of Illumination, don't click on it, but I don't think you should see that.
No, I don't.
You should see Sunstone Heist and letter from Durin.
I
Okay.
have nothing in general.
No? Well, don't worry about it. All right. So you guys are within the Golden Vault. So you enter the Golden Vault. The door slams behind you, and you hear the sound of the door locking. You find yourself inside of a cavern, which the walls seem to be very smooth, and they have kind of a yellowish golden tint to them, but they're not brilliant like the sunstone that you saw out in the kind of above in the previous area. But what you do see is some kind of like marks on the wall where you could see that things have been chiseled away. This is probably where they initially found the sunstone and then dug further in. In front of you are 3 different corridors. There's one, the southernmost cavern. You see a sign that reads, "Shrine to the Fallen Miners." You stay put, Knobolas.
Look at the sign. I'm looking at the sign.
I like that the audience could totally hit me slamming that the space bar.
Yeah. No.
You did hit that pause button pretty hard.
All right. So the southernmost cavern has a sign that reads, "Shrine to the Fallen Miners." The middle pathway straight ahead of you is blocked off with a flimsy chain connected, and in the middle there's a sign that says "Danger." And there's a path to the north that says Chamber of Illumination. What would you like to do?
Illumination.
I'm curious about this shrine, but I mean, it's up to y'all.
So there's the shrine, the Chamber
Danger.
of Illumination, and then like the little sunstone room? Or
No, the middle one just says danger, right?
So the middle one has it's like a flimsy chain, and it's connected in the middle with a wooden board that has written in like black paint. It says danger.
But was there a third one?
The third one to the north says Chamber of Illumination, and the one to the south says Shrine to the Fallen Miners.
Ah, gotcha.
Okay. Well, I mean, we're in here, guys. I say before we grab the gold we need to get, let's check out the Shrine of the Fallen Soldiers while we're here.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's a ritual thing. Maybe they all just know to go there first and pay their tributes before they go exploring. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good spin on it, Knobolas. Let's go pay tribute.
Sure. All right, so I will actually kind of just drag you guys. I actually learned a cool trick. I can do this, and then you immediately jump over to that location.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I don't have to
what on our little hand-drawn map?
This
Like,
area is
shows
not on your
people-
hand-drawn map. So for fun, I'll show that again for the audience as well. So on the map here, on the bottom, you see those two little stick people walking into the entrance, and the word entrance with an exclamation point. And you guys are basically immediately not on a place on the map. Couldn't be more in the door before your map is inaccurate. So,
Sweet.
take that for what it's worth.
Great.
All right. So
So you're
you
saying
see
we
it?
should trust the probably fine thing?
Probably fine. Probably safe, yes.
Okay.
All right. So in the glow of so ahead of you, you see a statue, and the statue is of a dwarf, and he's holding a pick, and he's holding a helmet down kind of near his heart, with the pick standing or holding it in front of him, and he's looking down at the ground solemnly. And it says, "In the glow of the sunstone's light, we remember those who delve no more. Through stone and shadow, they sought our fortune and paid in iron and blood." And that's just like a little script at the bottom of the statue. Next to the statue is a small basket that is filled with fairly refined sunstones, as if an offering.
Oh.
Okay, well, we don't.
Wait, how much do we need to get? 45 pounds?
So you need to get 45 pounds of sunstone.
Mm-hmm.
How many pounds would you say is sitting over here?
And just for reference, like a single sunstone is probably in the ounces. Maybe like a good one is like a really expensive one would be like a pound.
TaLin, didn't you ever see Goonies? You'd never take the person's gold. No. Remember what
I
happened?
was going to say.
Remember they took One-Eyed Willie's gold? What happened? Oh, they almost died. So we're not touching that gold.
I will not. I will
Canon-
desecrate its
canon,
shrine. I will rob a mine to save dumbass over here, but I will not rob a shrine.
Rob a
All I
mine,
know
not a
is-
shrine.
we put our hand in that basket, and a snake comes out and bites us with venom and dies. So that's what happened.
I have a crazy idea, and you can all decide not to do it.
Oh God.
Okay, there's two options. I don't know. I'm just trying to think through my abilities. Okay, so I can either use my invisibility now while no one's around, if we think it'll be beneficial for me to be invisible in the future. Two, now this is the crazy one. I could take the form of this creature or this statue and freak everyone out and think I'm a fucking ghost and shit and scare them. I don't know, just whatever y'all. If any of those sound interesting, let me know.
You know, I kind of want you to freak him out, not because it's part of the plan, just because that'd be funny.
I like
I don't
the
know what
ghost
we-
idea. Like,
I love that.
I mean, how long can you be a goat? Like an hour?
Let me double check that.
I think it lasts for an
Was
hour.
it like when you were Severus?
I think it's an hour as well, yeah.
Yeah. I dig it.
I mean,
should we
we don't
save it
have
for a little
to.
bit?
We don't have to. That might get us into way more trouble. I mean, it's not.
Yeah, maybe. But still.
We'll just have that in our back pocket, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, but the
Yeah.
good thing is right now, like, no one's around. I mean, maybe I'll go back to the locker room and do it. That way there's hopefully no cameras in there.
Yeah.
That would catch me
You
changing.
just want to go back to the locker room.
I mean, you never know who's there.
My thinking was maybe we find a way to get down the mine shaft. We intercept one of the carts on its way up. We take what we need off of that and then come out the top. We just replace the weight and hope they don't notice until we get out the door. Because it seems like they're going to have this area bugged and like alarms and stuff. And that room of illumination, I'm guessing that's something where it can like look at you and tell if you've got something you're not supposed to have. I'm guessing there's safeguards for this room. I'm guessing the tunnels aren't going to have alarms.
Oh, this sounds like a good plan.
Well, and didn't we see that the sunstone like was extremely bright, like it you can't hide it.
So this
Right.
was something that we went over. This is like a month and a half ago at this point. So
Yeah.
sunstone, they glow brightly of their own nature. So if you like, let's say you had a sunstone and you try to like hide it under your shirt, it would glow like the arc reactor, right? It's pretty bright. The only way to really hide it, we kind of talked about it before, would be like in your bag of holding or in one of your bags, like one of your heavier kind of leather bags. It probably wouldn't shine through that. But if you were trying to
we
hide
have
it,
enough
like you
room
wouldn't
in
be
our
able to
bag
just
of
like
holding
put
for
it in your
everything?
pocket. What was that?
Do we have enough room? Was that Agnomeio who had the bag of holding?
Oh yeah, I can take everything in my bag of holding. I just think they're probably going to have some sort of magic thing to
Right,
detect
yeah.
that if we do it in the vault.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I think we somehow have to find a way down to the mine. And
We
Yeah.
have our
so-
pickaxes. We have 2 of them.
Find
so.
that tunnel thing.
Well,
with
that was my initial idea
the
with like
carts.
taking the form of a miner. I could go down there, mine my own, and not be suspicious about it.
Or
Right.
take some out of the cart, so you don't
Either
have to
way,
actually
yeah.
do the work.
Yeah, but you'll look like a miner because
Right. The only thing is I don't know their procedure. So like if I were to disguise myself as a miner, I don't know like what the official
Well,
Right,
step
right.
are.
I mean, we've never been in here, so I'm just saying we're making all these plans. We have no idea what's ahead or if any of this is going to work out.
Yeah, why don't we just
Why
do
don't we
this
just-
part and
Yeah,
just
let's-
try it, and we'll see how much we'll just do this one part straight, and then we'll get a plan.
Yeah, there you go.
The
I
snakes
like
fall from the ceiling.
Yeah.
meanwhile, can somebody who has like the best perception just to make sure we're not missing anything cool in this room?
Mine's not bad. Can I look around a bit more?
I have
Sure.
I have a +3 in perception.
Oh yeah, well you're better up. Go for it.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
Whoever would like to can roll perception. Just one of you though.
In this room.
Mhm. Yeah, if
So
you'd like to.
multiples of us can do it.
No, just one of you.
Oh
Oh
sorry.
God.
Oh.
All right, so Alessio, so you look around. I mean, like you see the statue, you see the offering. You even, think that you're very clever looking underneath the basket to see if there's anything under there, and there isn't. There's like a little bug, but that's it.
Okay.
See, it was
All right.
bugged.
All right. So I say, yeah, let's go
roll
with.
out.
Let's roll out to the
Do the mine?
towards the room of illumination. Let's try to do it straight. Let's see what we get.
I'll say a quick prayer as we leave the shrine.
Yes.
I
I
genuflect.
All right. So you guys are back at the entrance with the 3 different paths here. So to the north is the room of illumination, or whatever I said, the chamber of illumination, and to the right is that danger sign. I will say that this is not necessarily a carrot, but you would see that there are glowing. I'm just telling you, you'll see that there are torches that stop after about 50 feet, but there is still some glowing something further down the path on the danger way. But you guys said that you'd like to go to the room of illumination, so let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
All right, so I'll just kind of drag you up there. That's no problem.
Lovely.
All right, give me just a sec. Okay, so ahead of you is a whoops, that's the wrong button. All right, so you guys walk into this large room, and the Chamber of Illumination is dominated by a large, intricately carved model of a large, intricately detailed model of the city of Erngor Zuek. The model includes miniature representations of each major location, from the Iron Watchtower you saw as you entered to the Golden Market where you got your current task to retrieve the Sunstone. You see movement within the diorama and realize that there are little people walking around. Everything from miners leaving the pit to bears being trained in the bear hold.
Oh.
Well, that's right. On the map, it said the model actually shows where everybody is. It's like the
Yeah.
Harry Potter map.
So to get away with this, like they'd be able to know where we were. I think maybe we need to like disable this.
Disable the map.
Yeah.
The
So
model.
they can't track us once we leave.
we see ourselves on it?
Oh, that's a good question. Do we see ourselves in the cavern?
So you don't see yourselves because at the moment you would be inside the cavern. But what you do see, just kind of looking at it, is you see Lil Grizz and his keeper there. They're still kind of in that gold beard, man. Gold beer. I really am. This one's like 7.5% too, so I could feel it all of a sudden. So as you could tell. All right. Anyway, so he's within the gold beard quarter. So you're thinking that this might be real time, but there's really no other way to know. This could just be another day where this is his routine.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing that there's like these 4 torches or something around it. I'm wondering if it would be wise to disable it, or if it'll like alert them if we disable it right now.
That would be my concern.
Yeah. I mean, I think that each icon is showing which part of the city it is. So the west is the gold, which is what you see, kind of the bank icon on the left. The
I
right,
meant like the torch-looking things with the exclamation marks or something over them.
torch with the exclamation marks.
Nobody else seen that?
I don't know what you're looking at.
I think that maybe the
4
image isn't
corners?
loading for you. Those are braziers. There's a GIF of like fire blazing in them. I think maybe it's just not loading for you.
Gotcha. Okay, the fire.
Oh, yeah, that's
braziers.
actually-
Yeah, so
Yeah,
those
that's
are just set dressing. I'll just tell you. I mean, they might have something to do with something,
Oh,
but
okay.
they're there, like they're just in the room.
I thought maybe like putting them out might disable the.
So
No,
tracking.
they're very big braziers.
There's like a book on the top left or something. Is that?
Yeah, there's
something we can
symbols.
look
There's
at?
4
Yeah.
symbols.
Well, like
So-
attached to the map.
Yeah,
kind
well,
of
like I said, I think the
jetting out.
symbols designate
Not the symbols.
what side of the map you're looking at. But yeah, there is that book in the corner if
This
Talon
thing.
wants to go read that.
sure.
Talon
Alright,
sees
so
a book. Talon reads a book.
It's almost like I depend on that. All right. So I'm gonna just for fun, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show this just to you since you're the one reading it. Your name is TaLin, and you are now an observer.
The book
So do
says
you-
Unleash Snakes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we have Chamber of Illumination. Goldbeard, scales of justice and trade gleam fairest when the sun's colors fade. Platinum weaves lore, vast as the night's dome. The silent archive finds its home. Ironheart's strength is tested at dawn's first light, where the anvil sings and the forge burns bright. Silverhammer's labor brings wealth untold, striking deep as the sun takes hold. So it's just like a little limerick about each region.
About each region. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Let
now
me
that she's
see
read
my
that, I'll
journal.
just show that to everybody.
Okay.
So that's what the book says.
All right. So it's just a fun little map. Okay.
But I mean, should we read into the whole like, the silver hammers strike deep as the sun takes hold? Is that just a metaphor for like sunstone, or is it like something about the timing of when we do it? Because I don't know. Because we don't. What time of day is it, Bill?
So right now, it's probably it's around late afternoon to maybe closer to night. Call it like 5:30ish p.m.
Okay, so the sun would still be
The
up.
sun
That
would
was
be
my-
setting pretty soon. Yep.
Gotcha. That's
So
Yeah, so
all
it's
the way.
like each area has its like time of day that's
right.
best for some reason.
So to the east here in this room is the actual sunstone, and to the north is the way to darkness, based on the map.
Are we overthinking this?
No,
Oh,
there's definitely something to
It's
do with
just
the
good.
time of day because I
Okay,
think
yeah.
like
Because
it's
yeah,
about
there's
to
like
be,
the 4 sets of.
it's about to be sunset. The Goldbeard's scales of justice and trade are fairest.
When the sun's colors
So-
fades, yeah.
That might be more info for us for tomorrow once we're out of the mine. Presuming we don't
it's-
get killed.
Yeah, because it's a 24-hour cycle, is what it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much that'll affect things down here, unless a bunch of silver hammers come in at noon, because that's the time they're supposed to. Because right as the sun takes hold, there's a bunch of silver hammers rolling through here. That's the only thing I would worry about is a bunch of miners showing up all of a sudden.
But like, we need to be out of here way before then, anyways, because we got to catch the airship tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just gotta get this. All right, guys.
My
we're-
only concern is that
It's like
I'll
when-
say my concern with it is the Goldbeard's scale of justice when the sun's colors fade. If the
Yeah,
sun's
it's
about to
like,
go
are
down,
they
that might-
best able to track
Yeah.
criminals.
So it's about to be that
in the
time.
evening. Yeah. Do we want to do a perception roll to check for anything else in this room?
Sure, I'll do it. I'll do
You're
a
welcome
quick
to.
check.
Wow.
Natural 20.
Oh, yes.
Sure.
Natty 20.
So I'm going to move your character just a little bit, Alessio. As you're walking around, kind of looking at things and making your perception roll, you end up standing on this this little icon in the ground. I would say to the side. Hold on a sec. Let me change the lighting in here. I made it bright just so you guys could see everything. But as you step on this, boom. Can you guys see that? Yeah, barely. Sorry. Let me just. I want to make sure that you guys can kind of see this. Okay, there we go. So as you step on the relief in the ground, a light emits from the ceiling, and it points down towards the Ironbeard's, or the Ironheart's quarter down in the south, and it's pointing basically just towards the quarter. With the natural 20, I'll say that once you see this light, you kind of react because you're a rogue. You immediately move off of it, and the light turns back off. You move on, the light turns on. The move off, the light turns off.
TaLin stands on the book.
TaLin, you stand. Of course you do. You stand on the book, and you see a blue light, which is pointing towards the Platinum Weave area.
Ooh, I want to stand. I want to stand.
All right. So, Agnomeio, you stand. You stand on the one to the south, and you see a yellowish kind of light emitting from the ceiling, and it's pointing towards the, I believe it's the Ember Forge in the northwest of the city. And
so each light is pointing towards like the forge that's in that city.
Correct. So there
That's
are
the only
two.
light I don't see. Is there a physical light for that one?
There is a physical light. The problem is, these should be showing. I'm not sure why they're not. So much for you guys.
Blue one. I see the blue one from TaLin, and I see the one that I'm standing on.
I'm cranking the intensity in hopes that maybe they'll show up a little better.
Oh, I see the red light now.
Oh yeah.
That should help.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So anyway, so just because that was a little confusing, so there's a red light pointing towards the Ironhold. There's a orange light pointing towards the Ironhold. There's a yellow light pointing towards the Ember Forge, and there's a blue light pointing towards somewhere in the Platinum Weave.
Okay.
Wait,
Well, should we step on them in the order of? I don't know if that's gonna do anything, but like the order of like the different things in that riddle.
So as you're kind of thinking about this, Knobolas, you find yourself like kind of just moving a little bit, and as you move a bit, you notice that the rotation of your body actually is rotating the light, almost as if it's supposed to be pointing towards something.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. So we have to point each clan's thing at the sun, where the sun would be, maybe in the sky, or something like that, because it's all about daylight, different times of the day. So east would be the sunset. Does the sun set in the west here?
That's a good question. I mean, it totally does. Absolutely, it does. Sure, why not? Canon.
Okay, so I'm standing by the Platinum Weave, and it would be when the sun's not setting.
So what am I standing by? I'm really bad at maps.
So you are in the east, and you're near the Silverhammer. So
Silverhammer, okay.
to the east is the Silverhammer quarter. To the north is the Platinum Weave. To the west is the Goldbeard. And to the south is the Ironheart, sorry.
So I feel like we should just have each light point to our own section. Is that what's happening?
They kind of are though already. So
But it depends on the way we are facing. What if we all face towards the Sunstone Cavern?
So Alessio, you turn your body a bit just to test that theory, and you notice that the length of each light is actually different, and that your light actually can't necessarily point at the Goldbeard area without overshooting it.
Oh, okay.
So do we see where we can all intersect the light at?
Or I'm wondering if Alessio, if yours is maybe whatever landmark you can hit, is that the one it's actually pointing to?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If mine's the longest.
No, Agnomeio's looks the longest of all of ours, and I've already checked it out.
I'm finding it very appropriate, Knobolas, that you have the lowest intelligence of this whole group.
Wow.
By like a lot.
Agnomeio takes offense at that. He is clearly stupider than Knobolas.
I was gonna say your wisdom's pretty low, but you actually have the highest intelligence, Agnomeio.
All right, so let's do this. Let's turn the light to a certain point where they can all connect.
All right, so
Yeah.
I would say you would be able to tell that there is actually no point where all of them would be able to connect. So let's do this. So Agnomeio, since you have the highest intelligence, why don't you roll an intelligence check for me?
Okay.
Yeah, what about the two across from each other? Because I noticed Agnomeio's is like crazy long and TaLin's is super short.
Oh, but you also
okay,
match up
not great.
evenly.
Yeah.
You also like link up evenly. So I wonder if we do mine. I can't see, the red's so dim for me.
Sure.
Is mine roughly like?
I will
if
make
point
your-
directly at Alessio.
I'm gonna make
do
yours
that.
a little longer. We're just gonna move past the jokes at this point.
Can you do that real nice? Oh,
Yeah.
So let's try that. That's quite a bit brighter.
Whoa.
Woohoo.
So, I was fiddling
You're
with this
all
earlier,
close to
but I
the
wasn't quite sure what you guys would be able to see. So, with your 13, Agnomeio, you think back to the book that was on the pedestal, and you think, like, is there a clue there?
Gold on a scale of justice and trade.
Team Girthy.
We'll move past the joke.
I don't know, when I was working at the liquor store, if we got a big takeout order, we called it a girthy boy.
There you go.
Yeah, buddy. So then should the lights be pointing at those things?
So the knight is an arc. So the archive is a knight. So we gotta find.
Vass is the Knight's Dome.
Vass is the
And the
knight's
Silent
dome.
Archive finds its home.
And Silverhammer's are at. Silverhammer's mine when the day takes hold, probably noon.
Right.
The Goldbeards, they fade at dusk. And the other guys are at dawn, right? That's when when the Ironhearts do their thing.
Yeah.
So
Wait, why are you deleting the dome?
You're not supposed to be in the chat, mister.
But it's the same message. I mean, you sent it to us.
It's actually, I don't think it actually is the same message. I wrote it a couple of times. So.
Shoot.
It's not the same message? Okay.
Wait, okay, where can someone read it? Can you read it again?
it's gone.
Wait,
All
so
right,
the okay, hold on.
So let me read the message because somebody's gonna be watching this on a podcast. So and I know that you read it, TaLin, but just because. So Goldbeard's scales of justice and trade gleam fairest when the sun's colors fade. Platinum weaves lore vast as the night's dome. In the silent archive finds its home. Ironheart's strength is tested at dawn's first light, where the anvil sings and the forge burns bright. Silverhammer's
damn it.
labor brings wealth untold, striking deep as the sun takes hold.
Okay, so Silverhammers are on the mine. Ironhearts are on the forge. One of these two forges. So it's got to be. So Ironhearts are the purple roofs.
Ironhearts are the
Yeah,
they're
so
they're at the
they-
bottom.
it-
Yep. Mhm.
Yeah,
No,
so
yeah,
they
silver,
either got to
silver.
be on the left or right forge. So I'll try the left one first,
Okay.
or the right. Either way
Yep.
doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I'll go on the forge. We need to know which one is the library or the archive.
That's in the
So-
platinum weaves.
So Agnomeio, as you move and rotate slightly to the left, and you highlight the Ember Forge, the door just to the north of TaLin, you hear a click and a move ever so slightly as it opens just a few inches.
Oh.
So we can maybe use this to get out.
Or we could just use it to get in.
Okay, so then that means gold will be fading at dusk. So they're brightest at dusk.
The fairest at dusk.
So it shouldn't. I don't think it should be on the sunstone then, right? The sunstone is bright. So where can they reach that?
Wait, sorry. The
But
gold
what time is dusk?
Scale of justice and
What time is
trade.
considered dusk?
So dawn,
evening
dawn
times,
would be in the
6
morning.
p.m.?
Dusk is in the night.
Yeah, twilight.
And then it'd say something about a dome. Jesus, why do you have to delete them? Jesus.
So the dome.
They're
the
in
dome
your-
is the
they're in your
Knight's
journal.
Dome.
They're in your
That's
journal.
for
Knight's
the
Dome
that's for the book
silent
folk.
archive.
Yeah.
So what we got to do? We got to
How are y'all turning your lights?
You have to point at the archive. I don't remember where the archive was. You went to it, right, TaLin?
Yeah, I did.
So you would TaLin know where the archive is?
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Okay,
How
so
do
she
I
could just
turn my
point it
light?
there.
All right. So so you point at where actually you're pretty much pointed there right now, which is great. So you point at the archive, but nothing happens.
Oh,
Ooh, I have a theory for the gold beard.
okay.
It's probably wrong, but
Maybe not all can be open at the same time.
I just know the
Oh,
gold
that's
beards
good
have
call.
some secrets, and we're talking about when the sun's color fades. So, like, when nighttime comes upon them. Mind shining the gold beard light to the come and go, or come right in?
So Knobolas, you're actually on the side of the Silverhammer. But if you yell that over to Alessio, he could try, but it's not quite gonna make it to the
Oh, it doesn't reach it. Okay.
to the come right in, not the come and go. Although that would have also been a good day.
I really wanted that to work.
I did too.
So I think we can only open one at a time.
So where is the thing that pointing at the forge? Where is the thing that clicked?
above, right above.
So
Talon's
so
door.
right to the north here. So there's so something to note just because we're in this room. So there is a door to the north and a door to the east. The door to the east is where the guards told you to go to retrieve your sunstone. The door to the north was not mentioned, but is present on your map, the one that was drawn by the obsidian blade, and it leads towards a room that just kind of has a weird looking reflective thing and some crags in it. But there is a little thing that says big door. So
I found it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, we've
wait,
already
uh,
opened it, so are we successful? Can we go?
well, so it's definitely too low to open. It's opened a couple of inches.
Okay, gotcha.
Hey Knobolas, do me a favor. I want to try something. Point your light at the other forge.
All right.
Okay.
So you point your light at the other forge, and nothing happens.
Ah, okay.
So wealth untold striking.
What about the other? Can I point it at the other to one to my left?
I'm sorry, to the other forge.
The other forge.
All right.
Can I
So
reach
you
it?
point it towards there, but it can't quite reach.
Oh, sorry. I mean the one. Is that not a? Okay. I thought that was
The
a forge
tower?
at the bottom right.
You
So
mean the tower?
there's one forge right. It's not letting me do this. There's one forge here, and then there's another forge here.
Okay, that's a tower. I was looking at the tower. My bad.
I see. No, the Iron Watch Tower is down there.
Can we all just like slowly move ours till we hear the door click? I mean, is that too easy?
We could
Sure.
do that. Why not?
Yeah. All right. So Agnomeio, you go to move, and as you move away from the forge, the door actually slams shut.
I kind of figured. So yeah, I'll put mine back on the forge.
All right, and the door opens slightly. Knobolas, as you're moving, you move down, goes over the pit, and you see it open just a slight bit more.
Yeah. So silver hammers that they need to go to the pit. Okay,
Yeah.
so this
Striking
is about
deep,
where they
yeah.
need to go.
See, I may not have intelligence, but I sure do know where to point my.
Your light.
So the
I don't think
says
I don't think
scales
the-
of justice.
Your Schwartz?
Where are these scales of justice? The market, right? So we
In the
try
golden
pointing at the market, maybe, Alessio?
When the sun, justice and trade gleams fairest when the sun's colors fade.
Riddles are the best, aren't they? This is
I
fun.
am awful.
So the sun, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west?
Correct.
So I wonder, is the market dead east of you, or is
So
it,
the-
where is it?
So
Relative
the market
to
in
east of
the market's right about here.
you? Oh,
Let me point it at that.
Sure. So you point it towards the market, and as you hover over the market, the door opens slightly more.
There you go.
Right.
And immediately, because TaLin is hovering over the archive, the door opens fully.
Oh, we had to get in order. All right.
That took us way too long.
No,
No, that was good. That was awesome.
good.
That was awesome.
Yeah, but the problem is that if we now get off these spots, is the door going to close or does it stay
Oh
open?
shit.
well, as you
Yeah,
step
we'll get
off,
Booker to come help us now.
you step off the spots, and the door stays open.
Oh, perfect.
Sweet.
All right.
Yep. You wager just because you walked in and there were no lights that maybe it won't last forever. But
I was also going to say, Alessio, would you like to check for traps or alarms as long as we're here?
Yes, I would.
all right, make
I'll roll
an
what? Investigation or
investigation, yep.
perception?
So you can do investigation. Yep.
15. Actually, 17.
17. All right. So the door opens fully, and you kind of look in, and you see that there's really nothing is striking you as strange. You don't see any like tripwires or any like wiring in the door. As far as you can tell, with the 17, it seems safe,
Okay.
which is a very reassuring sentence.
Since we're going into an area that is not part of our stops, am I allowed to use the action in order to put my cloak of Elvenkind on? No.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're not in combat or anything, so pretty much actions are just you just do it.
Okay, yeah, I just want to stay stealthy in here, for the good of the
Yep.
group.
So you put the hood up on your cloak of Elvenkind, which gives you advantage, or gives other people disadvantage on perception checks, and it gives you advantage on stealth checks.
That's right. All
Cool.
right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So are you heading in first, or what's going on?
Yeah, I'll head in first here. Just kind of look around.
Okay.
Everybody can follow, I guess.
The snakes.
All
No
right.
snakes.
So you walk
Yeah.
in, and as you were walking in, you noticed that there was a little sign above the door. It said Chamber of Reflection. And you walk into this room, and I can see that the chat or the viewers aren't able to see it quite in the brilliance that you can. So I'm gonna do this. I believe the walls. There we go. All right, cool. So the room is glowing very brightly gold, and as you look, there's multiple different paths that you can take. All of them seem to be made or created as paths by Sunstone. You also notice that there's a little Lumaglow kind of wandering around, and you see him.
Oh.
He looks over at you, and he sees the whole group actually. Even with your stealth, you kind of just walked through a door regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And as he sees you, he runs off to the northwest.
No.
I pull out a dagger and say, "Excuse me, I'm going to go eat that little son of a
No,
bitch."
pull out some pork. Try to bring him over. Maybe he can help us find the way through.
Maybe if you put some pork on the floor, they'll just eat that instead of going to run around. All right.
All right. So as you watch this little Lumaglow run away from you guys, we're going to stop the episode here, because as we're walking into the Chamber of Reflections, I would like to. Yeah, I don't see us getting through this in the next 4 minutes. So, which is totally fair. All right. So let's hop back over here. Cool. Anyway, so that'll do it for tonight's episode. I would like to actually ask you guys a quick question for the audience as well, because this is fun. You guys have started going a completely different way than what your original intent is. Will you continue to head into the Chamber of Reflections, or will you be turning around?
I am curious about that path that said danger, that there seems to be some kind of illumination on its own. But
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, do we want to? Because I think the original plan was to go get what we had to get and then figure the rest out. I'm not.
But I think it's good that we're checking around just to kind of see our options, and no one's seen us yet, so like it's kind of like we're just kind of weighing our options.
So here's my thought.
Getting the layout.
If we work our way according to the map, if we work our way up into the darkness, something happens. Some shit's gonna go down up there.
Yeah.
We'll have to maybe find a way out up there. I don't think we're gonna not be able to go back and get the sunstone.
That's a really great point. They're not going to let us back in, will they?
Exactly.
That's an
Or
awesome
we're gonna
point.
have to make a run for it, and then we're gonna have to go back to Durin and say, yeah, sorry, man, we messed up. So maybe the problem is the sunstone is 45 pounds of sunstone, and carrying that shit around isn't gonna be great.
I got it. The bag of holding.
The bag of holding.
Yeah,
Get it. All right, so maybe we get the sunstone first, log it in, and then go this way, or do we take our chances? I don't know. Or split
my
up,
question would be,
I know we did bring picks.
yeah, how much sunstone is in this room alone? Can we get it out quietly? And also, if they catch us, I'm gonna just say like, hey, this was clearly like a little tourist thing that you had us do. Like, look, you put these signs on the floor, you had us check out your thing, you had us walk by, you're gonna tell us you can't come into this room? Come on. So I think we'll be fine. I think we
We're
just
going to kill the guy in the locker room. Or become a ghost. Two exciting paths.
So there's two things that I'll tell you guys. So as far as the 15 pounds of sunstone that you need to retrieve for Durin, that should be refined. That's what will be in storage.
Oh, okay.
The 45 pounds that they expect you to steal, they would have told you is okay if it's raw, or if it's better if it's refined. It'll get you guys, as they mentioned, you could get more and get some additional money. They would prefer refined, but they'll take raw.
So then, yeah, in that
Maybe
case,
we go back, get the 15 we absolutely require.
Take our chances.
And
I
then
was gonna say you could leave me behind. Just say I fell down the pit, and then I'll see if I can't
use
start
your
tunneling
jackhammer.
out.
I mean, or
Yeah.
okay, an alternate, which is very similar to that, is like only one person would go in and retrieve that amount that we're supposed to get, and the rest of the party can kind of stay here and kind of do their own what they want to do. So,
Oh, there you go.
and I could also I have some deception skills. I can keep them distracted. Maybe, I don't know, just an idea.
Oh, yeah.
See, I kind of like that actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I had said like maybe splitting up a little bit, and I kind of
Always good to split the party.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
like
know.
very nervous.
Yeah, what can happen?
No,
Jesus.
nothing.
Let us know in the comments under this video what you
During a
think we should
heist.
do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
by the
man,
way,
I'm
so earlier I mentioned, is this plan going to work? I polled the audience, and 21% said yes, 36% said no, and 43% said snakes fall from the ceiling. So
Fair. That's
Alessio
fair.
needs an umbrella.
Glad we got potions.
yeah, right. All right, guys. Well, we'll pick up next week. Here, we're all going to be here next week, I believe. Correct?
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Awesome. All right, cool. So we will be here next week, next Monday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we look forward to seeing you guys all here. So if you watch these on the replay, let us know in the comments. Just, it'd be nice to know that you're out there, and come join us for one of these lives. It's fun. And we will talk to you guys all later. Have a great rest of your night, and cheers.
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 Cheers, Dungeoners.